everyone. Shabbat has ended. It is Saturday night, December the 15th, 2018. It's now the 9th day of the 9th Hebrew month. Here are the 4 pillars of my ministry. This can always be found below my videos. If you have trouble finding the description box, you just click the little down arrow or click the little thing that says show more if you have a handheld device. It's always in the description links, the 4 pillars of my ministry: preaching the gospel on college campuses, exposing satanic pedophiles, providing satanic ritual abuse survivors a platform to speak out on, and protecting the innocent children. So if you have any questions, or if you had trouble reading that, just go below the description box, you'll see it. All right, let's get right into it. So many weeks ago, I produced 2 videos exposing Jim Carrey as a satanic pedophile. And I just got attacked just out of the blue by this guy named Eliahi Priest. He goes by the name Eliahi Priest. Eliahi Priest pretends to be this guy who is on our side. He's pretending to expose the Bush cabal, pretending to have all this top secret intel to help, crack down on satanic pedophiles. And he had become very close with Fiona Barnett and with Isaac Kappy. Anyway, this Eliahi Priest just attacked me out of the blue several weeks ago. And when I interviewed David Schurter, David and I, we talked quite a bit about Eliahi Priest and how we suspected this guy was just an evil dude. Even if you watch the interview that he does with Isaac Kappy and Fiona Barnett many weeks ago, he's wearing all these skulls on his jacket. Well, in any case, after he attacked me out of the blue, demanding that I take my Jim Carrey videos down, I had my assistant, Kathy, shouldn't call her my assistant, my media master, Kathy, and she dug up a lot of really interesting information about Eliahi Priest, sort of showing that he was not who he claimed to be. Anyway, I tried to tell Fiona Barnett about this because Fiona, claimed that Eliahi Priest was a part of her crew, and then our prayer team, we just started praying for her. In fact, I had a prayer and fasting day on Yom Kippur in late October, and then we just continued to pray for her and her husband and her family for the last several weeks, off and on. Well, today, Fiona Barnett has finally exposed Eliahi Priest. In fact, I'll just read what she put on her Twitter feed. She said, warning, Eliahi Priest, also known as Ensin, E-N-S-C-S-I-N, works for the deep state, the same folk who set up George Papadopoulos. Again, whenever I see Papadopoulos, I want to say snuffleupagus. Sorry. Okay, the same folk who set up George Papadopoulos. All of Eliahi Priest's intel is fake. He is used to entrap whistleblowers like me and Isaac Kappy, report him to authorities for possessing enriched uranium, which he bragged about on his site. And he did. This guy, he brags about having this enriched uranium, and he's threatening the Australian government that he'll create a weapon of mass destruction, which personally, I think Eliahi Priest is just full of a bunch of hot air. The guy tries to pretend he's more than he is. In any case, Fiona Barnett has finally exposed this guy. And the reason I'm doing this, guys, I know people tell me, Daniel, just center on the positive, center on helping out SRA survivors, center on exposing satanic pedophiles. Why are you wasting your time on this? It's important to expose those people who are pretending to be on our side, but really are not, because they are sent as agents to undermine things, okay? They're trying to undermine the whole movement, undermine whistleblowers, undermine legitimate SRA survivors like Fiona Barnett. And so it's important to reveal this. Now, I will say that my media master uncovered a bunch more information about this guy. I mean, way back in 2009, he was part of this conference, basically a one world religion conference that he was at. And he was talking about aliens and, UFOs and all this stuff. I mean, he claims that he knows how to do alchemy, which is basically satanic. It's witchcraft and sorcery is what he's involved in. So this guy's evil. He's an evil dude. And I am so happy that Fiona Barnett has woken up to this. Now, she's also said that she's exhausted because this guy has really pulled the wool over her eyes for a while, but she's awake now, and so we just need to pray for her and her husband, continue to pray for them both. And again, it's very important that we are vigilant, and that, just like what Jesus said in John 7:24, we judge people by what they do, what their actions are. That's how you should judge me. That's how you should judge your fellow man, your fellow woman. We can't see into each other's hearts, so we have to judge people by what they do. So when someone like Eliahi Priest comes out of the blue and tries to get me to take down my Jim Carrey video because he's basically saying that the SRA survivor that contacted me was illegitimate, and then he starts cussing me out. I'm like, oh, what's wrong with this guy? Now, there was some intel way back in August that I was promoting on my YouTube channel that I need to now retract because it did come from Eliahi Priest and Stony Stone. Stony Stone and Eliahi Priest, they both claim to have the 17 terabytes of data. And the videos specifically that came from that was about the global reset. So I'm going to retract. I'm going to leave those videos up way back then, but I'm going to set up a retraction now on the information I got about the global reset. It looks like that this global reset, there is some truth to it, but it's going to lead to Daniel chapter 11, verse 24. If you have a Bible, go open it to Daniel 11:24, and you'll find out where this global reset will take us. It's not a good place. So I just want to make sure I make this very, very clear because I did get that intel. Back then, I thought Eliahi Priest, just like what Fiona thought, I thought Eliahi Priest and Stony Stone were actually legitimate people who were trying to help us. But now I realize that these guys, they're fakes and phonies. Definitely Eliahi Priest is. Stony Stone, I think he's just in sin. I mean, he's shacked up with his girlfriend and isn't married, and he tried to turn Connie against me. Connie's the woman who helped me expose that huge child sex trafficking stuff going on in Ohio, and he tried to turn Connie against me. And I have some good news, by the way. Connie's been in contact with me, and we're going to be, she's now going to allow me to interview her on my YouTube channel. Hopefully that'll happen soon. So I'm going to reach out to her either tonight or tomorrow. But in any case, we just got to be vigilant. We got to make sure that we see who's really on our side and who's not, because again, we judge people by their actions, and that's how we should judge our president. So many people are attacking President Trump. Oh, he's part of the problem. No, he's not. You judge him by his actions, and over his actions over the past 2 years, President Trump has done more to crack down on child sex trafficking than any president in modern history. He's done an amazing job, and we need to continue to pray for him. So anyway, I wanted to make this video retracting some of the information I did in August about the global reset, exposing Eliahi Priest even more so than I did before, and so happy and grateful that Yah's answered the prayers of our prayer team in awakening Fiona Barnett to this whole mess. Hallelujah. Yah bless you guys. If you like what I'm doing, if you appreciate what I'm doing, my PayPal link's right below the video. You can send donations to that PayPal. Even if you don't use PayPal, you can use it as a guest. I have a P.O. box where you can send letters to me and donations. I also have a Patreon link where you can pledge monthly support. Please also do not forget about that White House link. We only have until December 27th to get 100,000 signatures. No reason why any American should not sign that White House petition about exposing satanic pedophiles and protecting the innocent children. All right, Yah bless you guys. I hope you all had a wonderful Shabbat. I know I'm ready to face another week of driving back the enemy. Shalom, shalom. Yah bless. I love you guys. And also, thank you guys. So many prayers and beautiful comments have come in lately. I really appreciate my subscribers. I think I have the best subscribers in the world. Shalom, shalom. Yah bless.